Hello everyone, back with another video. This is just a quick one showing my premium collection. I've only got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13 titles, so shouldn't take too long. I'll just show them and talk about where I got them or how much they cost. Yes, I did have them kind of mixed amongst the normal shelves. So obviously I'd have Marathon Man up in M with those ones. But yeah, once I got to sort of more than 10, I thought I'd put them in their own little section and try and get more of them. So first is number 6, Logan's Run. Yeah, really nice artwork on this, really good condition. Got that one. Let me move them so I don't squash it when I put it back in. Got that one in CEX for £10, I think it was. Yeah, it's one of Stuart George from Stuart George's Home Movies favourite films. I think he had this in his top 5 Jenny Agutter films. There she is. And in his top 10 sci-fi films. I think he's just released the top 10 sci-fi films. I haven't watched it yet, so I'll get around to that soon. But sure, it'll be interesting as most of Stuart's videos. Yeah, so 1976. Number 6, I do have them in numerical order rather than alphabetical. Usually I do stuff in alphabetical, but these in the indicator collection, or any that are numbered really. I try and have them sort of, numbered rather than alphabetical. Next you've got number 18, H.G. Wells' The Time Machine, George Powell production from 1960. So again, another one Stuart likes. I think he had this, oh sorry about the camera there, I just banged my elbow on the shelf. And again, I think he has this in, I swear he did a top 10, I think he did top 10 sci-fi before. Maybe his newer one is sci-fi horror. Yeah, I think he had this as his number 1 sci-fi. And when we was in Birmingham on the meetup, the movie Loons meetup, we were talking about this. And yeah, we did say there's a remake from the 90s, I think, with Samantha Mumba in it. I remember it being okay. Don't see it around ever nowadays, even on DVD. So I guess it's maybe out of print. But yeah, this is the better one. Did watch this as a kid. Remember being a bit scared of the Morlocks when they come from out under the ground. I think maybe John Carpenter's Ghosts of Mars took a bit of a inspiration from this, but obviously nowhere near as good a film. Yeah, I read the book of this when I was younger. Haven't seen the film in a long time, so read you a watch of this. But yeah, that one's number 18 from 1960, The Time Machine. That one I got 2 for 15 in HMV quite recently. The Yakuza one Roy watched recently from Blue Roy Movies, aka, well, I say aka, it's his real name, Roy Barrett. This one is number 38 from 1974, Sidney Pollack film. Yeah, haven't watched this one yet, but heard good things about it. And most people that watch my channel probably know I'm really into my, not just Japanese, well, sort of Asian world cinema films. Obviously, this is English language, but yeah, kind of like films with sort of set in Japan and things, but also martial arts kind of films. I don't know if it has sword fighting or anything, but obviously it's got a sword on the front. But yeah, really nice cover on it. So yeah, number 38 from 1974, and that one I got £5 in CEX. Seems a good bargain. I think once I got to the till, it was more, probably like a tenner, and they honoured the ticket price. I will say, if you go to CEX, obviously I usually look on the app before I get there online, so I not only know what's in there, but know what price it should be. But yeah, obviously if you notice when they're putting it through the till, you know, you work it out in your head, it comes to 38 and they're charging 45. I think you can watch the till whilst they scan each item, it should come up. But yeah, obviously if you challenge them, then they will honour it at the sticker price. But yeah, the Yakuza, so yeah, that one £5 in CEX, this one £10. No, was it 10? 8? I can't remember exactly now, but yeah, obviously the sticker was covering that, so I didn't really realise it was bit sort of the artwork, print, whatever you call it, has come off slightly. Seen it in another CEX, but it either didn't have the slip or the slip was battered. I can't remember now, but yeah, number 52 from 2005, Steven Spielberg film, Munich. Yeah, I heard a few people talk about that. I think Ollie from Ollie Loves Film, Jodie from Jodie's Movie Realm, and again Roy from Blue Roy Movies has spoke about that. Next you got Clash of the Titans. Oh, there's too much bloody glare on this. 1981 56, well, number 56, should I say. Ray Harryhausen special effects. Who actually directs it? When I was younger, I always thought Ray Harryhausen actually directs these, but I think he just does the practical effects on them. But yeah, I really liked this one as a kid. Did watch this not too long ago, actually. Not this version. I think I had the DVD version previously. But yeah, classic in my opinion. Obviously, it's got Medusa. She looks really good, like the stop motion on her. Sure, everyone knows Clash of the Titans. 1981, yeah, I thought it was a bit older than that for some reason. I think Jason and the Argonauts and the Sinbad films are from the 70s, I'm guessing. Other Ray Harryhausen ones. Next, you got number 68, ironically, 1984. The film 1984. John Hurt and Richard Burton. Read the book of this by George Orwell a long time ago. Haven't actually seen this yet. I think there is another version that Ollie, again from Ollie Loves Film, showed. Bit of an older version, but I think it's meant to be better than this one. Yeah, heard mixed things. This one... Oh, sorry if I didn't say... Yeah, sorry, Clash of the Titans was in the 2 for 15 in HMV, and so was this 1984. I think I actually picked them up together quite a while ago. Yeah, the book's really good. Not just a good book, but a sort of important, great book where, you know, long before its time, he came up with the idea of Big Brother and Thought Police and NADSAC language, and yeah, very futuristic. Well, not just futuristic, but sign of times to come. Where, you know, nowadays there is CCTV everywhere, and all the concepts he came up with. Obviously, Animal Farm, a good book. I would say with George Orwell's books, I've never seen a book review, but not only well written, but yeah, they've always got a lot of social commentary. This and Animal Farm, probably the two best ones by him. Next from 1976, number 82. Pretty sure this is John Schlesinger film. Yeah, also does Midnight Cowboy. So yeah, Marathon Man, Dustin Hoffman, Laurence Olivier, Roy Scheider, and William Devan. Yeah, great cast. Haven't seen this in years. Do you remember this bit with the dentist? It's the main bit I remember. Got to get round to this again soon because, yeah, obviously, well, I don't know anyone that doesn't like Dustin Hoffman, but said a few times my granddad's favourite actor and one of my mum's favourite actors. I know Papillon was my mum and is my mum and was my granddad's favourite film along with Cool Hand Luke. But yeah, 1976, number 82, Marathon Man. So that one, yeah, I think I got this in the 2 for 15 in HMV. Same as this one, Howard Hawks' production of The Thing from Another World, starring James Arness as The Thing. So yeah, I heard this is a sci-fi classic from 1951, so probably the oldest film I have on this label, I think. Yeah, looking across them, it looks like that. Number 99. So yeah, obviously anybody that knows my channel knows John Carpenter's The Thing is my favourite film ever. Not just a film I enjoy watching, film I've watched the most, film I can just rewatch any time. And I've said this before, because of the ambiguity and the way the film sort of plays out, where you don't always know who, not a spoiler to say, who the Thing is at certain times, or who first gets infected, who it is at the end, sort of thing. So yeah, it just has infinite rewatch value to me. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see what the original's like that this came from. But yeah, heard it's a classic, heard good things, but not expecting to enjoy it more than John Carpenter's The Thing. Yeah, like I say, 1951. That one, yeah, 2 for 15 in HMV. The Satanic Rites of Dracula from 1973, number 102. So I thought this was a Hammer. Oh yeah, Hammer film production, but obviously released through this rather than Hammer's own label. It's a 15. I haven't watched this one yet, but when I picked up, we could see it. The Devil Rides Out, again on Stuart George's recommendation from Stuart George's Home Movies. Yeah, really enjoyed that. So when I seen this one in HMV, I think it was on that kind of offer. When you buy something, get it for $7.50 or so. So basically the price of getting one of them when they're in the deal at 2 for 15. But yeah, $7.50. Yeah, don't know too much about this, but obviously Christopher Lee, really good in The Devil Rides Out, although he kind of plays a non-villain. And then seen him in, what's it called? The Wicker Man. Plays as villain in that, but kind of a bit more subtle. He's not going around biting people like he is when he's Dracula. But yeah, I think a lot of people say he's the best Dracula, or Bela Lugosi. what's the other Dracula? I'm having a mental block. But yeah, from 1973, number 102. This one is the only one I don't have with the slip on it. Obviously, nowadays I only really buy them if I find them with the slip, but this was just a film I wanted at the time. Seen it in, I think it's been CEX for about £6 or so. I think Jodie from Jodie's Movie Realm and somebody else, Roy, I think, were talking about this. When I showed it on the haul video, I must have picked this up 6 months plus ago. I think TV Nash commented saying it's like a revivalist Western, I think he said. So, like, it's more of a modern one. But yeah, Sam Peckinpah, great director. Jason Robards, Stella Stevens from 1917, number 110. Yeah, hopefully I'll be able to find this with the little slip cover, and then I'll trade this in or pass it on or something, because yeah, it kind of mars the collection. Yeah, I got this one more as the film to actually watch, although I haven't watched it yet. Then in the premium collection, I think this is one of the first premium collections I had, so at the time I wasn't really focusing on getting the slips and things for them. This is a recent pickup, so 2 for 15 in CEX from 1995, number 111, Dolores Claiborne, Kathy Bates and Jennifer Jason Leigh. I always think Jennifer Jason Leigh was in Elektra, but maybe that's Jennifer Love Hewitt. Kind of get those mixed up, both starting with Jennifer and 3 words in their name. Obviously, Kathy Bates, amazing, brilliant actress, brilliant in Misery, one of my favourite thrillers ever. Haven't seen this, but have read the book by Stephen King that it's based on. Yeah, heard sort of mixed things about it, but be interesting to see it myself. I thought it was a bit more of a kind of thriller drama, but it is an 18, so I guess it's got some strong stuff in. But yeah, Dolores Claiborne. So yeah, one of the more recent ones I picked up, and yeah, that was in the 2 for 15. I think I got that with The Thing from Another World, maybe, when I was in the HMV in Bath with Ollie. Next, you've got Looker, Michael Crichton film, Albert Finney and James Coburn, If Looks Could Kill. 1981, number 114. Yeah, all of these are in pretty good condition. Like I say, I only sort of pick them up. Even if it's one I haven't heard of, if I see it for like a £5 or so in CEX, then I'll pick it up just to add it to the collection, especially if it's got this slip. Yeah, have watched this one, really enjoyed it. Again, one of Stuart's favourite. I think he mentioned it in a video, so when I seen it in CEX, I think I'd seen it before, not really sort of what's the word? Knew what it was. Whereas, yeah, once Stuart had spoke about it, then I thought I'd grab it. But yeah, really enjoyed it. I think the only other film I've seen by Albert Finney is his version of I say Scrooge. The film's called A Christmas Carol, but yeah, plays Scrooge in it. Really good. Yeah, Michael Crichton usually writes books. I think he wrote Jurassic Park. Maybe The Island. With Oliver Reed in it. But yeah, he's directed this one. But yeah, good directing. But yeah, really enjoyed this. I say out of all the ones I've actually watched so far, and I have probably only watched a third of these. So yeah, one of my favourite ones, Looker. Yeah, I did enjoy that. And then the last one, Escape to Victory. So yeah, I definitely know this was in the when you buy anything in HMV, you can get this for $7.50. I think Marcus from X-File 2708 got it in the same kind of sale. When I showed it, he sort of messaged saying he was going to HMV on Monday and was hoping it would still be in the sale. So I said, yeah, I think the sale stays on for a while, but obviously it can change weekly. In my job, things go on sale and prices change every Wednesday. So yeah, he did manage to pick that up. Yeah, Marcus, I think, said this is one of his favourite non-horror films, but it's from 1981, number 143. Really good condition, as you'd expect. Obviously, the ones you get in HMV, expect them to be in good condition, but the CEX ones try and get them when they're not too battered. Freddie Fields production, a John Huston film, Sylvester Stallone, Michael Caine, Max von Sydow, Pele. Now is the time for heroes. Stallone, Caine and Pele take a kick at the Führer. It's a bit... Sylvester Stallone, Michael Caine and Max von Sydow are the main actors, and then it's got Pele, Bobby Moore, England legend, the only time he's won the World Cup. Osvaldo Ardiles, I think that's how you say it, he's a Tottenham legend. Co Prince, heard of him, but don't know much about him. Mike Summerby, I think he's a Man City player. But yeah, basically, well, I'll quickly read this, so make it go on for 15 minutes, a nice rounded number. This is no ordinary soccer match. Sorry, I'll put it down because the way I've got my hand is kind of wobbling a bit. This is war, the battlefield, a stadium is in occupied Paris, the armies, German all-stars versus ragtag allied POWs, the objective, demonstrate another proof of Aryan superiority, guess who wins, better yet, guess who cleverly uses the match as a means of escape. So yeah, when I first sort of heard about this, and it was Sylvester Stallone playing football, not only because he's American, obviously they call it soccer, but they're not really as into football, but also because his build and that, you can imagine him being a boxer like in Rocky, or an American footballer more than a soccer player. But yeah, when I spoke to my mate about it, someone I work with, he's not generally massive into films, but he's a huge Sylvester Stallone film, and I think him and his dad are trying to collect every single Sly film. So yeah, he said to me about it, and I was like, I can't imagine him playing football. Does he really play, or do they sort of edit it in a way where it looks like he's like scored and you see him running off cheering? But no, he said he's the goalkeeper apparently, which kind of does make sense. That's the role I imagine best fitted to Sylvester Stallone. But yeah, that's all of my premium collection. So Logan's Run, The Time Machine, The Yakuza, Munich, Clash of the Titans, 1984, Marathon Man, The Thing, The Satanic Rites of Dracula, The Ballad of Cable Hogue, Dolores Claiborne, Looker, and Escape to Victory. So yeah, only 13, but I thought that's enough to show the collection. Won't be too long a video. Any ones people recommend to look out for? Sort of really good films on this label, because there's a lot I've seen and not heard of, or don't know too much about, or don't interest me. But you know, if there's one you think on the label that is a brilliant film that I'll enjoy, then let me know, and I'll try and keep an eye out for that. But yeah, that's the whole of the premium collection. Thank you everybody for watching. I'll be back again with another video. I don't know when or what it will be, but at some point. Have a good day. Bye.